What's going on today, guys? In this video we'll be taking a look at the 2020 Chevy Camaro LT1. Now before we begin this video, I want to give a huge thanks to Erickson Chevrolet for providing the vehicle seen in today's video. If you guys would like to check out their website, the link will be down in the description below. Now in front of us here we have a 2020 Chevy Camaro LT1 in the infamous shock color. Now this was an all-new color for 2019 and it is very bright. I like to call it highlighter, even though it has kind of a more green tint to it than it does yellow in certain lighting. However, it still retains the LT body with the less aggressive styling up front and other design cues that still lead to the LT body style. However, starting up front here, we do have your LT grille and LT headlights. These are LED projectors with LED daytime running lights. And as you can see, we do have the air curtain that kind of feeds air around the vehicle for better aerodynamics. One thing that the LT1 package gives you is the SS style hood with the hood vent, which is functional. Now coming along to the wheels and tires, these are your 245/40 R20, so these again are your optional 20-inch alloy wheels. And as you can see, the Brembo calipers up front behind there are part of the LT1 package. Again, those are taken straight from the SS trim level. You do have your LT1 badging on each fender. Just kind of a nice design cue. I really like that. They do have keyless proximity entry on both door handles. And one thing to note while we're at the back of the vehicle is the rear Brembos do not carry over from the SS trim. So these are going to be your standard brakes found on the lower LT trim levels. Now back we do have the refreshed taillights from the 2019 model year in the red tint version. The clear tint are optional. And we do have your quad tip exhaust. And I believe these are slightly smaller tips than the SS version, as they just don't look quite as big or the same shape overall, but still nice to see. You do have your black bow tie, as well as your rear view camera right above the license plate. These are square tire setups, so you do have 245s all the way around. So take a look at the window sticker on this LT1. The base price of the LT1 with destination is $34,995, so coming in just under that $35,000 mark. And this makes it the cheapest Camaro with the V8 that you can get. The options on this particular car are the 10-speed automatic transmission for $1,595. That also comes with the remote vehicle start. Also, we do have the dual mode exhaust, which is $995. The wheels I mentioned earlier, the 20-inch bright silver painted aluminum wheels for $100, and of course shock the color for $395, for a total of $38,080 on this particular vehicle. Well, looking at the window sticker, you do see several SS features that do carry over to the LT1, mainly in the suspension and drivetrain components. That is the performance suspension, the limited slip rear differential, the Brembo performance front brakes, which are 4-piston. And again, the SS style hood is also part of the SS that carries over to the LT1 package. But that is pretty much it. The rest of the features are pretty much based on like a 1 LT trim, so pretty basic overall. Now take a look on the interior. Starting off with the door here, we do have hard touch all along the door, as this is a lower trim vehicle, but normally on the higher trim like 2LT and above, they will have soft touch up there. You do have a padded armrest section here with some stitching, as well as your power mirrors, locks, and windows. You do have your trunk release on the door as well, and some nice silver accent trim along there. You do have your 8-way power driver seat with the black cloth and kind of gray inserts to match the rest of the vehicle. So let's go ahead and start it up. So take a look at the gauges. You can tell it's a pretty basic gauge found on the lower trim levels. And one thing to note is the speedometer only goes up to 160. I believe it is higher on the SS and ZL1 models. But in the center here, we do still have your configurable screen with all your driver information systems, stuff like that. Now take a look at the steering wheel. This is the leather wrapped steering wheel that comes with the LT1, and it does have paddle shifters for the automatic. And for the manual version, it does have rev matching via the paddle shifters up and down on either side respectively. This does have automatic headlights, as well as all your controls on the steering wheel. You do have audio on this side and channel selection on this side, cruise control, as well as your voice commands, and again to control that center screen up there via these arrows right here. Now take a look at the infotainment system. Again, this is the 7-inch more basic infotainment system Chevy offers. However, for 2019 it did get the version 3, so it is the updated version where you can control all your stuff from the screen here. You do have kind of two main home screens that you can choose by toggling the home button there. It does have Android Auto, Apple CarPlay, everything like that. Control some of your vehicle settings in here, as well as your apps and settings, all that stuff in there as well. Look below the infotainment system, we do have your single zone automatic climate control. So that is nice that it is an automatic climate control, however it is a single zone. You do have all your climate buttons here, including front and rear defrost. And we do have your hazard button down below there. Now once again, this is your 10-speed automatic transmission. This is the same one out of the SS model. But behind the transmission selector, we do have your traction control settings as well as your mode selection. This car has snow and ice, tour, and sport mode. Below that, we do have your electronic parking brake as well as a 12-volt outlet right here. Two nice sized cup holders. The rear is slightly smaller than the front, so the front should hold any kind of drink really. We do have a center storage here with your two USB ports and auxiliary port back in there. This is nicely padded with some stitching on it as well. Now coming up top here, we do have your illuminated visors here with your interior light control as well as some of your OnStar buttons and passenger airbag indicator. This is a manual dimming rear view mirror. Now take a look at the back seat here. I'm not going to be getting in it because there's obviously not a ton of room in the Camaros. But as you can see, it does still retain the back seat, although pretty small. Their seat backs do fold down if you guys need to store anything that's kind of longer. You do have this little storage area in the middle here. That's normally where your wireless charging pad would be on the higher trim models. But again, pretty tight squeeze, unless you're going for short trips around town or have very small legs. I would not recommend using the back seat in the Camaro. Now take a look at the trunk. There is a hidden button down here that a lot of people miss, right beside the rear view camera. But again, nothing too major of a change here. Size is respectable for the classic car. Again, you can see the cutout for the seats that do fold down there. But overall, not a huge area for storing any items. So take a look underneath the hood here. Of course, you do have your SS style hood with the hood struts. And here we have your LT1 V8 straight out of the SS model, producing 455 horsepower and 455 pound-feet of torque. Those are the exact same numbers that the SS produces. And again, it is paired to the 10-speed automatic transmission, again, straight out of the SS model. So really, you are not sacrificing too much in terms of performance, as the underpinnings are relatively close to the same as the base SS model. So let's go over some of the changes for the 2020 model year on the Camaro in general. Now again, this LT1 is all new, which features the SS vented hood, the LT1 fender badges, 20 by 8.5 SS style wheels. These are the optional wheels on this car. And again, there's an available technology package, including that 8-inch touchscreen with the Bose audio system that I mentioned earlier in the video. Now I'll go ahead and insert an image here of the changes for the 2020 model year if you guys would like to go ahead and read through them all, and I'll also provide a link in the description to the Chevy Press website that details all the changes as well. Some of the big changes are the rally green exterior color, the dark tinted taillights available on the LS LT trims, and the 3LT now coming standard with the 2-liter turbo and convenience and lighting package, along with the 10-speed automatic being available on the 3.6-liter V6. So I hope you guys enjoyed this full tour of the 2020 Chevy Camaro LT1 model. This is the cheapest Camaro that you can get with the LT1 V8. A 6-speed is manual, however the 10-speed that this car has is optional, as you guys saw. So let me know down in the comments what you guys think of the LT1 model. I know the styling is not as good as the SS trim level, but again, you're getting quite a bit of bang for your buck here. But anyways, let me know what you guys think of not only this shot color, but also the LT1 trim level. And once again, a huge thanks to Erickson Chevrolet for providing the LT1 scene behind me here. Again, their information is down in the description below. So with all that being said, please hit that like button if you guys enjoyed it. Also remember to comment down below what you guys think. And as always, I'll see you guys in the next video.